that looks odd. Guys, today we're going to be talking about something that I can't keep my mouth shut. So a lot of you might have seen this image of the possible next iPhone XI or 11. So these are renders. These are not like actual releases or videos. This is a render that someone made of a possible like what it might look like. So let's go ahead and take a look at this render and then let's just talk about it. So let's go to the computer here and just play the video here. As you can see, it's pretty much like the same back, and then we have the camera. So the camera has 3 different lenses here, with the flash being at the top right, and then it looks like that might be like a microphone. And honestly, that's a big camera. Either than this camera portion and like the back, they didn't really have anything else to show for their mock-up. It was kind of leaked or released by Onleaks and Digit, and that Digit like India, so you kind of have to really take this for a grain of salt. But basically, like nothing has changed really. Like the buttons on the side you can see here haven't changed. The volume rockers haven't changed. And you know, they're really focused on basically the camera. Now you can see like maybe it looks a little bit slimmer. I can't really tell, but to be honest, it just doesn't look good. So let's exit out of like this video and then let's just talk about what we just saw. So basically, I put up a poll on YouTube asking you guys exactly what you guys thought of this render. Like, do you like or dislike the render for the iPhone XI? Let me know why. So a lot of you guys responded. Like the first comment was, I would buy it just to burn it. Ugly. What's the function of the third camera? So what is the function of the third camera? We already have 2 on the iPhone XS, and basically I think it takes really good photos. I think that the internals of the camera, as in like the lens and the sensor, could definitely be upgraded, but I don't think that would warrant like 3 cameras. I think that would warrant maybe just an upgrade and sticking with 2. Now, an interesting thing that you guys have to think of is Apple is purely based on design. They really like a sleek looking design. This camera setup here, really sleek looking design. It kind of mixes well with the back, and it doesn't really look so robotic like the one that we just saw, like the render we just saw from Digit and Onleaks. So basically you have to like really think, what would Apple do in this situation? And I don't think 3 cameras in that design would exactly be the best move. But the third camera really wouldn't be necessary, I would think, unless you're trying to take some really like zoomed in photos and you just need more hardware for that. I can't really see that being like a real thing. Now, an interesting thing you have to also think about is the Google Pixel 3 has 1 camera. The Google Pixel 3 XL that I have takes really good photos with just 1 camera, and that's all based upon the basically algorithms that they have within their camera app. So Apple they're definitely going to keep on improving their camera, their photo quality, their color science and everything like that. But I don't think that they're going to do the improvement via hardware, as in like 3 cameras. So guys, make sure that when you see like new leaks of iPhones and everything like that, look at the hardware, look at it practically rather than just like, oh, this is the new thing. Now I'm going to throw up 2 more images. The first one is basically like a full row of the next generation iPhone and what they would look like. It looks like basically we're going to be seeing moving from left to right. So the left looks like the iPhone XS or like the iPhone 11. That will be just the regular model. And then the middle one would be the iPhone 11 Max. So that would be the bigger variant of the iPhone 11. Now that whole design still looks a little bit funky, and that really kind of limits you as far as, you know, cases and accessories and everything like that. That would be quite a big camera to kind of like basically have and still look good. Now, the next one that we're looking at is on the far right, the blue one, and that does look really cool. It looks like the iPhone XR2, and I think that you know, we will see some trickle down from the iPhone 10 into the iPhone 10R. We will see that, you know, from the 10s, we'll see that trickle down to the iPhone 10R2, but I don't think that we'll be seeing two cameras. You can see that a lot of people have said that the iPhone 10R's camera is astounding. It's actually very close to the performance of the iPhone 10s. And let's just backtrack a little. You can see that Apple, even within their own line, are creating cameras that really take good photos like the iPhone 10R, and they're really close to the iPhone 10s and 10s Max. So why would you need a third camera on this new iPhone 11 Max? Kind of odd. But for back to the iPhone 10R2, like a possible variant of that, I really think that you'll be seeing like the same materials to keep price down. And, you know, I think that the processor, like the next processor that Apple comes out with, will be in that phone. I think that just the internals and externals will, you know, the Apple will be looking to save on cost. Now, the second image that I have here is basically, you know, a render of the back that we've already seen of the iPhone 11 Max, and then as well the front. So as you can see, we have basically a smaller kind of cutout for Face ID. So that looks really cool, but no other changes. So I really think that you should definitely take this with a huge grain of salt. We are seeing a very early leak or render of the iPhone 11. I don't think that you can take anything seriously until we get to the summer. I personally think that this design doesn't look that great. I don't think that it's Apple. I think that it's pretty far-fetched from what Apple would actually design. And given we aren't seeing any changes, like any real changes to the front of the device, I don't think that this is something that Apple would make. I think with their next phone, which should be like a huge redesign, especially with iOS 13, we'll be seeing something a lot different than what we're seeing today. From what it looks like here, we're basically seeing the iPhone 10s Max here. We're seeing like basically they took a render of this device, shrunk down the top like cutout there, and basically threw like a pretty bizarre camera on the back and called it a day. I don't think Apple's going to do that. I think within the basically year of design, engineering, and everything like that, we're gonna see something really cool. So guys, these are basically images of the iPhone 11, some possible first look renders here. As I said, I don't think this is real, but you let me know in the comment section down below. Would you like to see this phone? And what are your thoughts? So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Hopefully I'll have some more news. I'll have like any leaks that come out, I'll definitely be talking about them. But I have some more videos coming this week, specifically with the stolen iPhone situation. We did a part 1 to that. We're going to be doing a part 2 this week, talking about what if your iPhone gets stolen? What steps do you take afterwards? So guys, stay tuned for that. Make sure to get subscribed and hit the bell button so you get updates when we release our content. Anyways, guys, thank you again for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.